Hello guys, this is going to be a review of the CYMA CM028A, which is a full-sized AK replica. They go for about £100 roughly. Depending on where you get it from, I've seen them for as high as 120 and as low for about 80. Let's start from the front. We have a metal flash hider, a metal front sight post, a steel outer barrel, a metal fake cleaning rod, which is quite long, a metal gas block, a plastic handguard cap at the bottom, obviously that's metal, the plastic top handguard with the rail, and the railed lower handguard. All the rails are plastic on there. There's the end cap at the back, which looks to be plastic as well by the look of it. Then we have the gas block, which is plastic, the metal takedown lever, which doesn't work, you have a metal rear sight, mine's broken. Unfortunately, I'll get into that in a bit. And we have a metal charging handle, a steel dust cover, a steel selector switch, a plastic body, a steel magazine release. This is not the standard trigger, but the standard trigger is metal. A plastic contoured pistol grip, a plastic stock, and a steel butt pad. This is not the magazine that comes with it, but normally it comes with a 600 round AK47 steel high cap. This is just a CYMA normal mid cap. Sorry, high cap as well actually. These fire about 330 FPS. Though depending where you get it from, it could fire higher, depending, because not everyone downgrades them. There's also a 14mm counterclockwise thread underneath this cap. There's normally a little button here which you have to click and you have to hold it in to unscrew it, but unfortunately we've lost this one. Obviously the charging handle reveals the hop up, which is there. Originally it comes with a plastic hop up chamber, but this one's been changed to a metal one, as you can see. There's sling points on the left side of the gun, one at the rear by the body. It feels reasonably sturdy, but it's a plastic body, so I'm not sure. And there's also a metal one up here by the front gas block. The rear sight is adjustable for windage, sorry not windage, elevation normally, but unfortunately the housing where it's held, these two little hooks have cracked, and I had to glue the sight back in. You undo the top cover. This is where a lot of AKs store their batteries, because it has a full stock, it's stored in the stock. If you get the ones with the side folding stock, the battery will be stored up here. There is no sight mount rail on the left side, because of the body's plastic, it would be quite likely to break. There are rails on this handguard, as I said, and I've attached this angled foregrip. You can attach sights to the top, as well as there's only one point on the side mount. There's only one slot, so it's a little bit more difficult to get your things on there, because they might be a bit long and they might not attach properly. The stock's attached through 3 screws, and unfortunately it's a little bit wobbly, and I can't seem to get it to be tighten it. Because the stock's attached to a metal plate. The metal plate sits at the back of the body, but it's not screwed into the body. So I think it wiggles, the actual metal plates are wiggling in here rather than the stock wiggling on the metal plate. The battery's back in here, as I said, so to remove the plate you push it downwards and pull it off. There's a battery in here, and there's also a fuse. As with all AKs, the selector switch goes from safe all the way down to semi, and the middle for full auto. Now the gun is nearly stock. It's had the speed trigger, some compression parts such as the nozzle and piston head, and the gears have been changed as well as the actual piston, but the motor's the same, and so are most of the other parts. So it's a little bit firing a little bit faster than it would normally, but it's similar. It performs pretty much the same as most other standard CYMA AKs, which are normally pretty good and pretty reliable. can use just about any AK mag in this, as they're easy to rock in. However, I found that some of the newer ones, such as this CYMA high cap, which only have a different lip on the front. So this one has the top and the bottom. This one just kind of has the top a little bit. It doesn't actually go in the gun. It goes in, it just doesn't lock. So I'm sure you could probably sound it a bit and it would work, but at the moment it doesn't. And this is the same for some other CYMA AKs I have. These long high cap RPK mags don't fit in my CYMA 521C, which is the super budget line. This is just the budget line, the 521C is the super budget line. And it also doesn't seem to fit in my more expensive CYMA CM47D. So I think it's mainly for the VFC style ones. Also this is the older, so it's the TM construction with the screws at the bottom. It fits in the VFC style AKs I have, so it fits in the CYMA CM45 as well as a D-Boys AK. Overall, I recommend getting this. It's pretty good for the price. For about £100, it's a pretty good gun. We've had it for, must be about 3 years we've had this for. It's been used relatively often. The only part of the gun that's really broken, like I said, is the rear sight, and that's because I dropped it. Not actually at a game, it fell out. It kind of fell out the cupboard and unfortunately broke. But it wasn't due to gameplay. It's kind of a little bit wobbly in places. Personally, I'd probably get one with a folding stock so the battery's up in the dust cover, because I have a lot of stick batteries and not too many brick batteries. So I'd probably get the one with the under folding stock, or maybe the side folding stock, whichever one's better really. Yeah, it's a pretty good gun. I'd recommend buying it for about £100. That's really what it's worth. There's not much point paying more, because if you pay more you might as well save up an extra 20 quid and get a 45 or a 40 series AK from CYMA for about 150, 160. So if you only want to spend £100 and you want to get an AK, I'd recommend getting the 28 CYMA CM028A, which is this one, or some other model of the folding stocks.